Now let me explain.
Nope, don't want to hear it.
Now come on, Hawk, come on. Come on now.
No.
I can't eat all this by myself. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today, we have a grizzly bear head. Well, not a real grizzly bear. This is a Ballistic Dummy Labs grizzly bear, and it has been zombified with green blood. And we're going to see what would happen if you lived in the 18th century and you encountered a real live grizzly monster, and all you had to defend yourself with was a tiny little bitty 2-bore blunderbuss. If you've never seen my 2-bore blunderbuss before, let me introduce you real quick. This is the Mule, and the Mule is a custom-built, modern 2-bore blunderbuss. It has a 20-inch barrel, weighs around 13 pounds, and produces a staggering 300 pounds of felt recoil. And it fires this, a half-pound lead ball, or pretty much anything you can shove down the barrel. Today I have several different loadings for the 2-bore blunderbuss. We're going to start out with what I would consider the least effective against a grizzly bear, and then work our way up to the most effective. I am very excited about today's video, so let's get set up and get started. This is my 1979 Pontiac Trans Am, and in the month of September, I am giving it away. For the entire month of September, every $5 you spend on Kentucky Ballistics merchandise will get you one entry to win my Pontiac Trans Am. And not only am I giving away my Trans Am, I'm also giving away $5,000 to cover your taxes on this thing when you win it. Once the winner is drawn, you'll have two options. Either have this thing shipped to you, or you can come pick it up and meet me. Don't forget, this is only for the month of September. There's a link to KentuckyBallistics.com in the description down below. Official rules are in the description down below. So the first shot we're gonna take with the Mule is gonna be cornflake shot. So this is basically just giant flakes of lead. I have a half-pound, AKA 3,500 grains of that loaded into this blunderbuss, and we are gonna blast it right at that grizzly bear. Oh, look at that, it's a little butterfly. He has no idea what's about to happen. I forgot to mention, with this 2-bore blunderbuss, it has a lovely steel butt plate, so I'm super excited about shooting it. Let's do this. Okay, let's ride the lightning. Oh, wow. I would not want to be that grizzly bear. Man, even with the cornflakes, that had quite a bit of recoil. It must have had some really good compression. And looks like Mr. Grizzly Bear here, well, got him a little bit of a haircut. There are some cornflakes in him here, but it looks like it may have kind of stayed together and just smacked him like one big slug. We started with the cornflakes because I thought those would be the least effective, but they were pretty effective. So now we're going to step it up to birdshot. I have a whole half-pound of number 8 birdshot loaded up in the Mule. Let's see what happens. Woo! All right, let's do it again. Here we go. That's probably how that grizzly bear feels when he gets into a beehive, except I ain't got no honey for him. Looks like we had quite the spread with the birdshot. I'm actually pretty happy with this. We got him right here all through the nose, all through here, and as you can see, those didn't go super deep, but there was a lot of them. Now, do I think that that would stop a bear from attacking me in ye old 18th century? Probably not. May hurt him enough that he decides to leave me alone, but if it just makes him angry, I would say that you're gonna be in some trouble. Pretty good chunk of these things that stayed together on this side. That is pretty wild. I'm really curious if these will just like pour out of here when I cut into it. No, no pouring, but oh, that's the wad and a bunch of those number 8 birdshot. Look at that. That's bad. So right now it's looking like the corn shot would be more debilitating to the bear than the bird shot, but that's only because I think I packed it a little too hard and it almost worked like a slug. Let's move on to something a little bit bigger than bird shot. So now it's time to step it up to some loadouts that I do believe would be effective against a grizzly bear. Up next is gonna be double-aught buck. Normally in a 12-gauge shotgun, you have 9 pellets. Well, the mule is loaded up with a ½ pound of double-aught buck, AKA 52 pellets. Shot number 3 with the blunderbuss. Oh! Oh!
You just got jammed. You just got jammed. You just got jammed.
Dude.
You just got jammed.
Oh, man. Had a little bit of technical difficulties there. That bear probably would have already mauled me. Well, let's inspect, shall we? We have several holes here in the front of the table. Looks like there's one literally right by his chin. And then if you look over here, you can see we have several inside the bear. Came all the way back here, and a few of them they almost made it completely through the bear. Seems like the double-aught buck was pretty effective, but I still don't know if that's what I would want to defend myself against a bear with. So now it's time to be a little more realistic. If I was living in the 18th century and I knew I was going to be trucking it through bear country, I wouldn't mess with cornflakes or birdshot or buckshot. I'd have this 2-bore blunderbuss packed with a ½ pound lead ball, AKA 3,500 grains. And if a bear was charging me, I would not fire until that bear was right up on me because I knew I only had 1 shot. So I now have the mule loaded up with a ½ pound lead ball, and I'm gonna take a knee with this thing and shoot this bear point blank and try not to get knocked over on my rear. Okay. Oh, this is going to be something. It's going to be really something. Comment down below whether you think I'm going to get knocked on my butt or not. All right, Yogi Bear, no more picnic baskets for you. Here we go. Oh! I tell you what. The 2-bore blunderbuss is nothing to shake a stick at. Look at this, he be smoking. Look at that. Not he be leaking, he be smoking. Wow, look at this, this is crazy. All inside here. Wow, okay. So I went and reviewed the slow-mo footage, and during that time, our bear here, he's kind of melted a little bit. I think the sun mixed with getting hit in the face with a ½ pound lead ball has really messed him up. Right back here, you can see that the slug made it all the way through the bear, and then it actually bounced off the table and then continued on. I went and looked over there for a little while, but I don't think I'm gonna find it. So in the scenario that you accidentally build a time machine on the weekend and transport yourself to the 18th century, and all you have to defend yourself with is a 2-bore blunderbuss, I say stick to slugs, because that will 100% do the job. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure and give it a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those are in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.